Today is August 4th, 2021. This is the Kubernetes CSI implementation meeting. Let's go down our release status, starting with 122. I believe today 122 is going to be released. Is that correct?
Yeah, today is the date.
Yeah.
All right, so I think given that, our next step should be getting our sidecars ready for release. I guess first let's go down the features first and see if there's any more work remaining. First up, we have access modes.
Yeah, so the remaining thing here is the feature blog. I've addressed feedback on that. It looks like there was maybe some maybe miscommunication with SIG docs. I'm not quite sure. It didn't get in their first, I guess, round of feature blogs that are going to be released for 122, but I spoke with them and got that resolved. So it looks like that's going to be released maybe, I think, mid-September or something. But yeah, I think I've addressed all feedback there. I guess the only thing left is merging it.
Cool. And then in terms of sidecar changes, are all the changes to the sidecars merged?
Yes, so all the sidecars should be relying on the release candidate of 122, and I have local branches on all of those as well to bump it to the actual 122 release. So as soon as that's out today, I'll open the pull request for all of those.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Sorry, one more quick thing, and I can probably throw it on the project here, is I'm also taking a look at adding support for this access mode in the GCP PDCSI driver and adding it to CSI Sanity. And as a first step, trying to bump the CSI Sanity version in the GCP PDCSI driver and encountering some test failures. So taking a look at that first.
Okay. Yeah, I would sync up with Matt if you're having issues with the driver.
Okay.
I suspect it hasn't been updated for a very long time.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Cool, thank you. Next, we have volume populators. Ben, are you around?
Ben's there.
Hello. Sorry, I was on double mute. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Gosh, double mute. The blog is still not merged. That's not a problem, right?
I think that's fine.
Okay, yeah. So I have Xing's review on that. I need to update the PR for the blog. And
so are you updating or is this other person?
It's me.
Updating. Oh, okay.
That other, what was the guy's name?
I just see, it looks like somebody else has submitted that
Krishna.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Krishna had volunteered to like help me get it started. And I didn't realize at the time that by doing that, like all the branches would be in his repo and we'd have a bunch of problems, but we're making it work. So
Okay.
yes, I'm pushing to his repo, responding to the feedback.
Okay.
We'll get that going. Then the out of tree projects also have PRs. Thank you, Xing, for reviewing them. You had suggested I split those PRs up, so I will do that as well.
Okay.
All right, cool, thank you. Next up is Windows. I believe CSI proxy has already been released, but the only thing remaining is to publish the binary in the community bucket. I guess we'll have to sync up with Jing offline on the status of that. Okay, so I think that's it for the features. And oh, actually, I think, Chris, I'm gonna mark access modes as done. Like, we're not really waiting for any more code changes, and it's just the blog. So
okay,
I'll mark that as done. We don't have to keep on tracking it every stand up. All right, so let's go into releasing sidecars.
So,
So I
there
think
is a change. There was a pending change for external provision. I was trying to let it skip 1.19 because of the snapshot dependency. So I will pin you offline on this because I made some changes. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do this.
Okay.
So.
Okay, sounds good. So I guess external provisioner, we're not ready to release yet. Attacher, do we have any? Is that in a pretty good state, ready to release?
Yes, the teacher looks like releasable.
Okay. Though I guess the only thing that's pending for all of them is updating the Kubernetes dependency to the official 122, which Chris will be doing.
Yes, exactly.
Are we waiting for that before we release?
I think
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we should, right? Since it's today anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fine. Okay. Resizer. Do we know, is Hamant going to have time to look at this for this release?
I can poke him.
All right. Snapshotter.
So I will just, I think there was one change submitted by Salke. I think it's something has to do with metrics. There is some
Oh yeah,
it's
the same issue where the metrics don't actually show up unless the process also exports a start time metric. We had this issue with all the sidecars.
Yeah, isn't this? I thought this one was fixed, right? Is this a new one? I thought
we fixed it in the sidecars, but not in the snapshot controller.
Oh, I see. Okay, so okay, why that looks so familiar? Okay, I see. Okay, now I see what the problem is. Okay, yeah. So so we need that one, and I think the rest of them are printing already. And then yeah, I know Grant is not here. I think he probably won't get time to finish the the patch related change. I think that needs some time. So I'll check with him.
Mm-hmm. I guess I haven't been following the patch fixes. Have we at least fixed like the ones we know about and identified earlier?
So I think we fixed there's one issue actually found out by Yang. I think Grant fixed that one. But I think the rest of them we have not, because I think Grant was busy with some other things. So he just come back to work on that again.
Okay. That's fine. I think if it's also, this could be considered bug fixes. So if it's not like really risky,
this should be
it too.
Is this if we need to add, so what about, do we need to add a new RBAC for this? And see if we're doing a patch, let's say, would that be, what I forgot, what is the decision on this RBAC root thing now?
I think we haven't made any decision in terms of it. So I think our current stance continues, which is if we have to add new RBACs, we have to do a major bump.
Oh, major bump. Oh, that's a pretty big one. Okay. Yeah, so I'll check with him, but I doubted that this type of change can be done so soon. So he just started to get back to this. So he was working on this for a while, and then I think he was away from it. For some time. Yeah.
No problem. But I guess in terms of the release, we don't need to wait on it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. External health monitor.
So I have to check. I don't know what changes are. I don't think we have done much there. So I just need to check and see if actually we need to release one. But probably it's good to release one if we updated the dependencies anyway, to be consistent, I guess. at least for that.
Yeah,
So we can
possibly.
come back to this one next time. Let me just check.
All right. No driver registrar. I think we need to check if anything was done there. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to. I don't know if any changes actually went in, so we need to double check. I guess Chris or Chang, can I volunteer one of you to take a look at no driver registrar and liveness probe?
Sure, I can take either.
We can split them.
Okay, sounds good. I will just roll the dice and do this. All right, and then host path, I think like usual, we wait until all of the other components are released. Are there any other repos I'm missing?
Now, Ben, you have those new repos now, right? You also want to release it, right?
Yes, we will eventually need to be releasing volume, data source, validator as a container. And the other one is just a library. So I don't know what a release of a library consists of. If it's just a tag and no artifact.
Yeah, it's just like release notes and a tag.
I mean, there is an example for how to use the library in that repo that does build a Docker container. I don't know if we'd want to release the example so that people can just download and run it. That might be an interesting idea, although I don't know if where we would put example containers.
But then you just release that one part as a container, the other part or not, or everything together as one.
Well, there's a library and then there's a samples directory, and the sample has a small main that uses the library and demonstrates how the library works, and that there's a full Docker container wrapped around that with CRDs and everything you would need to have an actual populator, but it's a sample populator. It's not something anyone other than a developer should be playing with.
Okay. So it might be helpful to have that, right? So people know how to use it.
Yeah. So it's just a question of like, where does it go, right? We can have a make file that cranks it out and shoves it in a Docker repo.
You can just make just that one, put that one. Just build image for that one, because those are in separate folders, right? So you can just
right, but what repository does it
where
get
does it live?
to?
Oh,
yes,
I mean,
then it should be the same, right? This validator, what goes is that you will cover image for the validator, right?
The validator is something that needs to be production quality and deployed by
you are
actual
saying
clusters.
The other one,
and the sample one is for developers to goof
then,
around with.
Then maybe we just leave it for now, just to just tell people how to build it, and we just write some instructions.
Perhaps. I mean,
because otherwise, we
in
don't have
my
another
blog. In the blog for volume populators, I suggest that you can just download and install these images, but they don't actually exist anywhere where you can do that yet. Like I could just stick them up on key.io somewhere, but like I know we've moved away from that for all the other CSI stuff.
Right, so maybe a little weird. Let's say we have this one. But it's
I mean, we have our repo, right, that we're pushing all of the project images. So
right. I think he was saying like, if this is like sample, do you want to push it over there?
I think you can name the image as sample dash something. Might be okay.
Okay, so we can just use the same repo and name it so in a way that no one gets confused.
Yeah.
That's good enough. All right. Well, that's the plan I'll proceed with.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else? Oh, I think we want CSI tests, because I think, Chris, you're making some changes there.
Yes. Okay. Although I don't know that the CSI Sanity updates that I'm working on will be ready in time for a release. So maybe we'll just have 2 releases. And then
Yeah, I think
release it.
that's fine. I think usually CSI test, we don't really have to align too much with the release schedule because
Okay.
it's not a component that people have to like update with their drivers. So
Oh, so you're suggesting don't worry about releasing it like now, like post 122 release and then a second one. Just wait until.
yeah, we can. I think we can wait.
Well,
Okay.
so CSI test is for developers, but like, is there an argument to be made that developers need the new tests before they can start using the new sidecars so they can validate that their driver still works? Or is that not a reasonable argument?
I mean, the main reason for updating CSI test is to either get some bug fixes that were there or to get tests for some of the new features that were added.
Right.
So I think in this case, I guess the new
So like
feature we're
if
talking
I'm
about
considering,
is,
yeah, if I'm considering qualifying my driver with a new sidecar that has a new feature, I might want to also qualify my driver with the new CSI test that has the new tests to prove to myself that I did it right, so that when I start using the new sidecar, things won't blow up.
yeah, that could be done. I would say let's do it in parallel.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge
like,
concern, but I could see the argument that while it's for developers, they really do want it around the same time that they also get the sidecars, so they can do all their qualifications in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get that argument. Yeah, I would see, let's just see, I guess, Chris, you can see about, how long you might think it will take to get the new access mode changes in. We can decide based on that whether or not we want to do like 2 releases of CSI test.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm working on that right now anyway, so hopefully I'll make some good progress on that today.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Any other repos? We have so many now. I don't remember what we all have.
I think there are some others that we normally don't really release, right? It's not like some other drivers and all of that. What about that external provisioner lib? What do we call that? the one that the external provision that one. Do we need to release that one?
We usually release that one when we update it in our external provisioner. So that one's sort of like, it's more of, that one is more of an independent library.
Okay.
So it's up to like version 6 already, isn't it?
Yeah. We just released that one when we need it, but the main consumer is external provisioner. It's like an internal dependency for external provisioner.
On the CSI docs, we also have a external health monitor controller and agent. I don't know if we also
that's there.
Or is that?
Yeah, but the agent is, maybe I need to take a look at the doc, because the agent, we no longer release the agent because now it's part of kubelet. So this is a controller that we're releasing.
Correct. I see.
I don't know if we updated. If you check, I don't remember.
I updated the docs a couple weeks ago, and I thought I put a giant deprecation notice at the top of the agent page.
Okay.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it says status deprecated. Okay.
All right. So I think that's it for that release. I think most of the stuff is in pretty good shape and probably ready to go. I think external provisioner, we're just trying to get the snapshot v1 changes in. All right. Do we have any other topics to discuss today? I think we have this namespace transfer discussion carried over from last time.
Yeah, so he has this new cap. So I reviewed it this morning, added some comments there, and also I think what his name, Mikasa, also have comments there. Yeah. So Michelle, Yang, Ben, if you guys have time, review that as well.
Okay, sounds good. Any other topics? All right, then let's end for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.